The paper badge clung to my suit jacket. Like an insult I couldn't peel off. Limited access guest, printed in dull blue letters, as if the humiliation needed to be branded politely. My wife leaned in, her perfume sweet but cloying, and whispered, "That means no plate." Her voice carried the same casual cruelty she'd perfected over 22 years. I didn't respond. I just stared at the badge and then at her. She smiled, pretending it was a misunderstanding. The kind people forgive. I walked away before she could explain. Toward the gift table. Toward the envelope that held a $317,500 check. My daughter's wedding fund. My daughter, the one who used to run barefoot in the backyard, clutching my fingers when thunder scared her. I picked up the envelope. My hand didn't shake. It was the calmest I'd ever been. I turned back, saw her, my wife, frozen mid-laugh beside the man. She thought I hadn't noticed. My daughter caught my movement from across the room, her face tightening as I slipped the envelope into my jacket. I said quietly, almost tenderly, "I think you won't need this anymore." Then I walked out. The sound of my wife's voice followed me, sharp and desperate. "Come back." My daughter's heels clicked behind me. "Dad, wait." But I didn't. I kept walking. The ballroom doors closed behind me with the kind of finality I'd been craving for months. Funny how betrayal doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it's a whisper behind a locked bathroom door. A late night text that isn't meant for you. A laugh that lingers too long. I remember the night I found out. It was quiet. The kind of quiet that feels staged. She'd left her phone on the counter while she showered. I wasn't looking for anything. Not really. I just wanted to send a picture of the renovated guest room to her sister, but the screen lit up before I touched it. A message preview. "She's asleep. Same time tomorrow." The name beneath it. Paul, my daughter's fiancé's father. At first, I thought it was a misunderstanding. Then the shower stopped and I heard her humming the same song she used to hum when she was lying. That's when the truth began to crawl into my bones. I didn't confront her. I couldn't. Not then. I just watched, observed. Every smile, every phone call that stretched too long. Every meeting that didn't line up. I started keeping notes, screenshots, receipts. I became a spectator to my own marriage, documenting its slow death. The night I finally saw them outside his car, parked behind the country club, I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I took a photo. Then I walked home. Revenge wasn't the first thought that came to me. Control was. For months, I'd been funding the wedding, the venue, the catering, the down payment on the new house. Every check went through my account. Every signature was mine. I'd even transferred a 7-figure sum to a trust in my daughter's name, thinking I was securing her future. I didn't know. Then that her mother was rewriting it. Behind my back. She'd convinced our daughter to list Paul as a cosigner on one of the accounts. For convenience. She said. Convenience, a polite word for betrayal. So, I did what I do best. I audited quietly, methodically. I moved funds, closed accounts, rewrote authorizations. I transferred the trust into a frozen asset under my company's name. I let them keep planning, unaware. The floor beneath them was gone. And today, at the wedding, was the final act. When I reached the parking lot, my daughter caught up to me, breathless. Her makeup streaked. "Dad, what are you doing?" she asked. There was fear in her eyes. Not for me, for the show. Unraveling behind her. I looked at her. The way a surgeon looks before the incision. "I'm doing what I should have done months ago," I said. "Please," she whispered. "Mom said, your mother says a lot of things." I pulled the envelope from my jacket, held it between us. "This was supposed to be your start, but it's been corrupted." "That man," I nodded. "Toward the building. His money, his lies, they've bled into everything." She started to cry. I hated that it hurt me. "I'm sorry," I said softly, "but this is how you learn who she really is." Then I tore the envelope in half. Not the check, the envelope. Just enough symbolism for the audience inside. I slipped the check back into my pocket and turned away. Behind me, I heard her mother's voice again, shrill now, losing control. "You can't just walk out." I didn't answer. By midnight, my lawyer had filed the divorce papers, predated, notarized, and ready. The photos, the transactions, the messages, all neatly attached. The wedding was barely over when her phone started vibrating with notifications she couldn't silence. By morning, she'd know the accounts were closed, the trust locked, the joint property titles revoked, and me, I'd be gone. They say revenge doesn't heal. Maybe that's true. But it cleans. It disinfects.